It's Wednesday. Start waiting for some folks to come up in here. Hi, everybody. So, of course, today I decided to sit in another part of my room, and my neighbors are out. They're outside, so you're gonna hear them outside. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. How's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday. It's a new week. First of all, I can't believe it's March, and I've been doing this since January, so I get excited every time I jump on here on a Wednesday to talk to you guys. So today's gonna be good because we are gonna have a conversation with a beautiful young natural hair lady. Her name is Robin, and she is the owner of a product called curldaze. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I'm in a store, I get really curious about the owners of these products, especially the products that are geared more to us Black women. You want to know their stories. You want to know why they even created the products. You want to know why you should purchase the products. And so these are just things that I tend to think about when I'm in like the hood hair store or Target or Walmart. And prior to me even jumping on and having these conversations with moms, I've interviewed a lot of moms that you guys are actually using their products. So I get excited about it, right? And so so we're gonna be having Miss Robin join us. But before we get started, I always got to show y'all my cocktail of the week. Look at that. Okay, so Sips of Passion, she always comes through and makes me a cocktail. What is this one? I think she told me this one is called Spring Bliss. Hence why I have on these blue earrings and my satin dress, because I'm ready for spring. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for it. So so this is Spring Bliss. Make sure that you guys are following Sips of Passion. Brianna, she is the bomb, okay? She is what you call a mixologist for real. She's not your typical bartender. Like, she like what she do. Like, she like to make the drinks and do the colors and how to smoke and the fruit and the this and that. So make sure you guys are definitely following our sponsor, Sips of Passion. This week we definitely used Barefoot. We have some champagne in here. We have some lemonade. She's got some strawberries. I think I saw her put some peaches in there and lemon. So everything is fresh. Don't be mad at me. I did not put the recipe up today, but I will have it up there before the end of the night so that you guys can check this out. But all the other recipes are on the site. So make sure, once again, you're following Sips of Passion and head over to our website so that you guys can get some of our recipes. So that's just what she made, but this is what I'm going to be drinking. And she's going to top it off with some champagne for me. Look at that. Yes, come on, Bliss it. Come on, Bliss. Okay, so thank you, ma'am. Okay, so let me see what time it is. I always try to be on time. It's 6:01. Let's see if Miss Robin is if she's on here. Give me a second. Let me find her. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Trying to find her. I'm trying to find her. She's not on here yet, so give me a second. So while I wait for her to pop up, let me actually show you some of her products. Give me a second and I'll grab them for you. Give me a second. I'm going to show you some of her products, guys. So this is one of the products, and I actually used it for my hair day. And I see that she's on here, so give me a second. Let me go ahead and have her join us. Miss Robin is going to join us, guys. But yes, this is one of her products that I use. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
I was showing them one of the products that I used in my hair today.
Oh, awesome. Let me turn
this is the curldaze. So this, guys, this is the Ultra Moisture Cream that I use. And when I don't use it on myself, I'm definitely always using it on my daughter. Her hair texture is a little bit different than mine, and it's longer than mine, of course. So yes.
Awesome.
But yeah, so everybody, this is the beautiful Robin, the owner of curldaze.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to have you on here. I was telling them before you jumped on that I'm one of those type of women that when I'm in a store, like let it be the Hood hair store or Target or Walmart, and I see these products that are geared more to us, I want to know more about the owner. Like I want to know like the story behind it. I want to know why you created it, why I should shop from you. And so I'm always excited to be able to have conversations with these beautiful Black women that are creating all these hair products that are for us. Right. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and about your product.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
This is a huge honor.
Absolutely.
You know, this is so awesome.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
I am Robin Atwater, aka curldaze, the owner and creator of curldaze Hair Care.
Okay.
I am a career woman turned stay-at-home mom turned entrepreneur. So that's the way my trajectory has gone so far. Okay. I started the curldaze brand, not the hair care part, but just the brand as branding me as curldaze about 6 years ago. Okay. It started with me going through a bout of hair loss. I was shedding. I couldn't stop the shedding. And I'm like, what is happening? You know, like I have to get this under control. And so at the time I was an economist. That was my career. I was an economist for many, many years. So
you're a money girl.
Right, exactly. So research is my background.
Okay.
So I decided to research, you know, different ways, natural ways though, that I could grow my hair back. And I came up with a growth oil just on my own, not, you know, not for sale or anything like that. I just concocted something and put it in a little bottle. And I started, you know, oiling my scalp, coming up with better hair regimens for myself. And my hair just began to thrive. Like it was growing back. It was growing longer, thicker. And I'm like, okay, you know, this is cute. You know, I'm on to something
right now.
Right. So, you know, I wasn't really sharing that with anybody. It was just my own little thing I was doing, experimentation. And I wound up joining Instagram about 6 years ago only because my little brother wanted to tag me in pictures and I didn't have an account. So that's how that started. It wasn't like I'm like, oh, I want to be an influencer or something like that. No. He's like, make an account so I can tag you. So I started posting myself and people are like, oh my gosh, your hair. Like, what did you do? What did you put on your hair? I'm like, what in the, thank you. I'm like, what do you mean? What did I do? I just did X, Y, and Z. They're like, oh my gosh, can you do a video about that? I'm like, no, I can't. Because I wasn't really on there to do that, but I got so many requests to do videos. I started doing YouTube tutorials. And so from there, I started working with pretty much every hair care brand you could think of. And I gained so many great relationships and just information about the business and hair care and what people want, what people don't want, the no ingredients that aren't good for our hair, the products that have those ingredients that we should stay away from. So I just gathered a bunch of information. But even though I was posting every day about other people's products and promoting other brands, people asked me all the time, what do you use in your hair? I said, okay, this is getting outrageous. Like, I show you the tutorials, but you still want to know. I said, I'm going to create a hair care brand that everyone can trust because they trust me and they know me. And so I'm going to put my blood, sweat, and tears and all my research into a product that is good for our hair. And not only good for our hair, but it works, right? And your hair can look bomb and you look good. And so I created curldaze Hair Care, and it's actually 5 years in the making. You know, I've been working with chemists for 5 years,
Come
and
on, 5 years.
and my product just became available in the middle of the pandemic. And so we launched in the pandemic in the midst of civil unrest, and I launched with a 2-year-old. And I said, you know what, should I do it? And I said, yes, I should. This is what God wanted me to do. This is the timing of it. And so we launched KONTROL Hair Care in July 2020. So we're about 7 months old right now.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And so we have 3 products right now, 3 styling products, and we're working on expanding. So that's me and curldaze in a nutshell.
I love it. So, so you just said that first of all, shout out to your brother, because if it wasn't for your brother, right, you wouldn't even be.
Right. Oh, getting me on. Right. Exactly.
Right. So shout out to the siblings. But yeah, so let's talk about really building this brand and putting it out there during the pandemic with the Toddler. How was that for you? Yes, I want to know.
Listen, however you think it was, that's how it was. It was totally chaotic, but luckily my mom was in town. I'm from Atlanta. Well, I'm originally from Ohio, but I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. And so,
hold on, what city in Ohio?
Columbus, Ohio.
I'm in Cincinnati.
No.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So so I grew up in grew up until I was about 13 in Columbus, and then I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. So I was raised there. And so my mom and little sister actually flew to LA, where I am now. And they were visiting, and I was like, you know what? I have my mom here in case a couple people want to buy this product. At least she can help me pack. And so I launched that day, and you know, I was nervous because so much was going on, you know, with Black Lives Matter, and I'm just like, you know, now more than ever is time for us to provide things for us. You know what I mean? And so I pressed launch and made the site live, and within seconds I got my first order, and then it went order. Nice. I mean, one after another. I mean, my phone went crazy, and I literally froze, and I walked outside, and I was in tears. I was incapacitated for a good 20 minutes because I'm like, you know, you don't know what's going on in the world. Everyone's in their own bubble. You know, everyone's nervous. You don't know if people are going to support you. You just don't know. It's so much I don't know, you know. And so when people just started supporting and reposting, and, you know, without me even having to reach out, I was just like, what is happening? And so I was so thankful that was the outcome in the beginning of our story. It's been my mom and my little sister helping pack boxes. It's just us. So we're really small, but, you know, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say that if your mom, because I know you're married.
I am married, yes.
And I've seen your husband in that movie Girl, so we'll talk about that.
Yes, true to the game, yes.
Right. So I know you're married, but if your mom and your sister hadn't come in that weekend, do you think that it would have been a little bit of a struggle to get certain things accomplished with your little one?
It would have been almost impossible because he's very rambunctious.
Okay.
He has a lot of energy.
Okay.
And we had a nanny right before. I had never had a nanny before, but, you know, we had just moved back to LA, and we were trying to get our footing, and I knew I was launching. And so I'm like, you know, I need some help. And so we had a nanny, and she literally quit the day before quarantine happened.
What?
Like the week before, like that Friday before, and then that Monday, LA shut down. And I'm like, I'm literally here by myself. I mean, I had no help. And so until my mom came, I don't know. I was really just stepping out on faith and saying, I'm just going to be up 24 hours packing whatever amount of orders I have. I'm going to pull through and make it happen. I was going to make my husband my intern if I had to. But it's funny because my son, he tries to help pack boxes at this point. I mean, he has his little labels. I taught him, I said, what's P for? P is for priority shipping. So he's all into it. It's a real family affair, but I think without the help, it would have been almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have my own bath oil and bath salts, right?
Oh, I gotta purchase. Send me the
Hey
link,
girl.
sis.
Yes, and they're actually sold at a hotel here in, well, not in Cincinnati, but in northern Kentucky. So you know, in Cincinnati, that's like Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, yes.
So when I have to get my orders and whatnot together, I have a 2-year-old. She'll be 3 in 2 weeks.
Oh.
And girl, she know how to put the package together.
Yeah.
She know how to put the tape on.
Yeah.
And she'll say, "Mommy, Mommy, we got orders." I'm like,
Yes.
"Yeah,
Yes. That's so
orders."
cute. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I think it's a great thing for your son to really see what you have going on right now and to be a part of it. You know, like, so tell me about some more of like some struggles that you feel like you've kind of had when the pandemic kicked in, having a little one. Because did you have a nanny full time, or are you're a true stay at home mom, right?
Yeah, true stay at home mom. And it was literally like not even a full time thing. I just asked for help just to have somebody there, you know,
Yeah.
but just to get everything situated and together. But, you know, it's funny because I think the same struggles I had in the beginning, I still have now.
Okay.
And that's having no time.
Yeah.
You just don't have time to do it all. And
Yeah.
the company has grown so rapidly, and the initial response was so tremendous.
Yes.
You know, the volume, you don't have time to be everything. You know, you don't have time to be the influencer and packing boxes and going to pick up things and dropping off things at the post office and managing inventory. So you just don't have the time. I still don't have the time. I used to do my hair every 3 days, have a fresh wash. This is a day 9. Day 9 wash and go, honey. I'm like, okay, I'm having a live interview with a day 9 wash and go. Like, who am I? What has my life come to?
It looks so good though.
Thanks. So but yeah, it's just time management has been the real issue this whole time. And we still don't have like a nanny or anything like that because we're, you know, very protective of our home. We're still home based. Yeah. And so you don't just want anybody in your home.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's time.
So when you do get time and you're trying to make time for Robin, what does that look like? What is that? Yeah, like what do you do? What are you doing when you're not being a wife and you're not being a mom and you like, I want to put on my red lip and go outside? What do you do?
I'm not sure that's happened. I can't even lie. I actually went shopping for the first time about a week ago, and I spent so much money only because I hadn't shopped in like a year. No lie. Like, I'm like, I'm just buying 10 t-shirts because I want 10 t-shirts. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that is really what it looks like retail therapy type of thing. But I think I'm always in mom wife mode. And so I honestly, me time involves my husband and my son. It's really, I don't really separate the two. Like, I don't really feel like self-care has to be without your kid or has to be without your husband. Yeah. I think self-care is, you know, helping you. Absolutely. You know, feel good, feel loved, you know, feeling appreciated and wanted, and all those things go into, you know, feeling good about yourself. So we always do date nights every Friday. So we have carved that out. Even in the pandemic, we would do it at home, you know, have a nice little candlelit dinner and have our time every Friday. So that has never stopped. So that has been a real stress reliever, knowing I have Friday night coming every week. I don't have to pack boxes and, you know. So.
Okay, so your husband, he is in the movie industry, right? Let's just say.
He is. He's more in the music business than the movie industry. Yeah. Okay. He does both though.
So how do you guys balance that? Because in a sense, you guys are both entrepreneurs, and your business is growing rapidly, and then he's in the music industry, and we know that that's nonstop. So how do you guys balance that? How are you being able to, you know, get things accomplished with both of your businesses? Because from your Instagram, I can see that he is a huge support with you. Yeah. And I think that that's amazing. Yeah. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm thankful. I mean, I think the fact that we are both entrepreneurs, we're both able to set our own schedules. Okay. And no one's really looking for us, so to speak, you know? So we can carve out that time. We can push back a meeting. We can, you know, schedule things strategically so that we both support each other. Like, that's the key. Like, throughout all of our marriage, I have basically been in the music business. I direct music videos. I help with styling. I help, you know, pick out records. I help do a lot of those things. And so that never really stopped. So I always, and we both work from home. So I can overhear the meetings. I listen to conversations. I hear, you know, the phone calls and vice versa. So after each other hangs up, what was that about? No, I don't think we should do that. So luckily we work in the same space and we're not physically separated. So that helps us to stay attached and to be able to help each other and step in real time without either one of us having to ask really for help. We're just there, you know, just to help each other real time.
No, I think it's amazing because, you know, right now we're in this era right now where society doesn't really allow us to see the importance that it is to have your man or even to have your wife stand behind you and be supportive, you know, in your endeavors. And so, of course, before I interview you ladies, I stalk you a little bit just to kind of get some insight. And one of the things that I really do notice is that he is definitely team you and team your brand and just team of you guys being a true team. And I think that that's really, really important. And I think it's very pivotal to your growth and your success with your hair business, as well as his is his too. But I love when I see that because that's not what society shows us right now. You know, the importance of having that relationship where you guys can work together.
Right. You're so right about that. And I wish I could do more like relationship talks with people, you know, and like relationship forums, not because we have a perfect relationship, but we are very intentional about our relationship. And if there's any kind of issues, we're talking it out. We're talking it out. If I need more help, I'm letting him know. We communicate. We over communicate. And I think that's really the key. There's a lot of different keys. I wish we had like 5 hours. I could go into that part of it, you know, relationship advice. But it, you know, the foundation is one, being friends first. You know, like we're definitely best friends, and you always want to see your best friend win. You're gonna root for him no matter what. Girl, I wish I had a cocktail. I'm jealous now.
Let me show you this cocktail, honey. Look at this cocktail.
I know. Next time we got to do this again.
We gotta do it again.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's about being friends, you know, and rooting your friends on at the base of it. Okay. And communication is the second part of having that foundation. And we literally strategize our lives. We strategize not only our businesses, but our relationship. Like, what are we doing? You know, it's like real-time check-in type of thing. Yeah. And so I feel like sometimes you go so long with somebody, a lot of time passes and you don't communicate what you should, or you build up animosity because you just didn't get it out. Yes. No. We're talking about it. But not in a nagging kind of way. That's the key too. You can't nag a person. You have to get it out and resolve it and move on and then build from there. So absolutely. Yeah.
So I want to know, with everything that you have going on, I'm sure that a lot of like your homegirls or just women in general like to reach out to you to get your insight and your advice. So what are maybe like 3 tips that you would give other moms who are looking to kind of go into their entrepreneur endeavors?
Oh, the first one would be to plan.
Okay.
Plan it out. Don't rush.
Yes.
Into anything, and make sure you're passionate about it. Yes. Make sure it is your passion, because it's not easy. This is a lot of hard work. It looks cute running a hair care company. Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard work. So whatever it is, whether it's hair or whatever business it is, just please put in the research and the time knowing what you're getting into. But the second half of that planning part is don't plan to the point where you overthink and you talk yourself out of your dream. You can be planning for 10 years.
I'm big for that, honey. Speak on it.
You could be planning for 10 years, trying to get it right, trying to make sure the sun is set right here at this perfect point before you launch your business, right?
Yes.
And so don't overplan and overthink things. You know what I mean? And so I would really, those are the first 2 things. Plan, but don't overplan. And the third thing would be build you a team.
Yes.
Build you a team. Build you a team. Don't try to do it by yourself. Don't be scared to ask for help, and be open to people wanting to help you. Okay? Because I would be nothing without the KONTROL team. We have a whole team that works day and night to make sure that this brand is supported. My brother, I'm not going to shout everybody out. Y'all know who you are.
Okay.
We're going to do a whole group thing one day when this thing is over, because we're spread out across the country.
Yeah, I bet.
But at the core, my brother, I wouldn't be anywhere without him. He's my right-hand man. He got me into this situation.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So he's my right-hand man, my day-to-day he's my operations manager. So he does a lot for me. My husband, of course. My mom, my sister, and then I have a whole nother team of people that do a lot of other things for me and support. But a lot of times people are like, well, how am I going to have a team? You know, I have no budget. I just launched.
Yeah.
Girl, I had no budget. I just launched.
Okay.
But you would be surprised at how many people actually want to support you and actually want to see you win. I've had half of the people that work with me approach me.
Okay.
And they say, listen, this is what I can offer, and I want to help, and I want to grow with you. Literally those words. And I'm like, I don't have any money. Are you okay with XYZ? Absolutely, I'm okay with XYZ.
But you just said something that I think a lot of people don't understand. So when you have a vision and you're passionate about it and you believe in yourself, other people will have no problem coming on board, because they might feel like, well, they might realize that they have an expertise in a certain field that maybe you don't, but then they can help you grow, and in turn that's going to help them grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think people have to understand that's really what it's about. Like, you're not going to be good at every aspect. So get somebody who's great at it, and then they going to do their thing. They going to kill it, and then you going to kill it, you know? And so I think that's really important. What you just said is really, really important. People came to you because, like you said, they seen how passionate that you are about your business and your product. So I think that's a good thing, girl.
Yeah. It's been a real blessing. And I really say that I'm surrounded by angels. That's what I say, because, you know, I couldn't have scripted any of this. Like some of the people on my team, I approached them because they were, I learned about them, or I met them along my journey of being an influencer. You know, going to events and meeting a lot of, you know, important people in the industry, and never in a million years did I think I would be working with them. But you have to believe in yourself. And I always said, you know, like, whenever I launch my business, because I will be launching my business, I want to work with this person. And so I wrote it down. And so I reached out to someone a month into launching. I had no followers on my, you know, page, and I was a month into launching, and I reached out to someone that I worked with in 2016. And I said, Lord, please let this woman answer my email. At least just answer the email, you know, and say, oh, I would love to, but maybe, you know, let's plan maybe later. And she responded and said, I would love to. And I'm like, look at this. This is the Lord. That's God. That's not me. I mean, she's like, I remember working with you, and I'm so excited for you. You know, we can work together, and we work something out, and she's still on the KONTROL team today. So it's been, you know, don't think that you can't have a dream team because you're just starting. You can have a dream team. Just plan it out.
Okay. So I won't hold you too long, but I do have to ask you 2 more questions.
No, you can ask me as many questions as you want. I'm thugging it out at this point.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes.
I want to know what about your brand stands out from the rest. So let's just say that, you know, when I go to the hair store and I see this product and that product and I see your product, what would be the reason that somebody should purchase your product? Like, what is it about your brand?
Well, I think the first obvious thing, which I did intentionally, is the name of the brand is curldaze, right? And so the swirl, the days, yes. The first thing is, just by the name alone, you know it's for you. Yeah. You don't have to guess if it's for curly hair or not. You know, you have curly hair, it's curl days, grab it. Okay. So it's intentionally directed to people for curly hair.
Okay.
That's the first thing. The second thing is the research behind the brand, right? Okay. And so, you know me. Someone can look me up and know I look like you look like me. Yes. It's a brand that is not just based in a lab with a lab coat with people you don't know and a board of people behind a bottle of shampoo. You know what I mean? It's really based on a lot of trial and error, a lot of things that you can visually see. If you want to do the research, go back however many years, you can see me using a million different products, knowing that I've done my research, that these products are safe, that these products work. And you just have, you know, a bit of familiarity and, you know, attached to the brand. And it just feels good, you know. And I created the brand not really on like a juices and berries, you know, at the bare bones, we're curly, we're rebelling type of thing. No, Curl Days is more of, it's cool to be curly, right? Like we're curly girls and it's cool. You know what I mean? Cool. And we're lively and we're fun and we can be anything. We could be moms, we could be college students, you know, we could be anything. So it's really one of those, like, for everybody, fun, exciting, not just for women brands. You know, we got the guys checking in and the kids checking in. It's just, it's an all encompassing brand for all curlies. So that's basically what kind of sets it apart from others. Okay.
So where do you see your brand, and let's just say the next 5 years? What would you like to see your brand doing in the next 5 years?
Girl, it's so hard to even think that far ahead because it's what's happening right now is happening so fast. It's like I never in a million years would I think we would be at this level in 7 months. So the next 5 years, I'm just like, only God knows where he wants to take me, you know? But, you know, the short answer is I want it to be a household name. Okay. And I want to have many different lines, many different products that work on everyone's hair, that everyone loves, in everyone's household, in every country in the world. We're already all over the world now. Like, I just shipped something to Kuwait yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just we're everywhere. We're worldwide already. Okay. And so I would love to be in stores worldwide, you know, and be distributed so people can get it easily. They don't have to pay for shipping and all that kind of thing. And I just, you know, I just want to be a global brand that everyone loves, trusts, and knows. And you know, that's it. Yeah, that's all. Just a global brand. That's it.
It's important. When I think about hair brands, I think about like how when I was younger and back in the day, people used to use what is that called? Mane and Touch. Is it Mane and Touch? The
Mane and Tail. Mane and Tail. Yes.
Okay, so like I'm 39 years old and I still see these bottles at Walmart. So I don't know who owns the company, but it's something about the brand that people like. So, you know, it definitely is something that you want to continue seeing your brand on shelves, on videos, and, you know, and especially now with the more of the natural hair community. How do you feel you have like uplifted other women in the natural hair community? Because like for one, your hair is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
But for two, you know, we do live in this world right now where it's either like natural or weave. And so a lot of women are just now really starting to feel comfortable to be naturally dope, as they would say, you know? And so how do you feel like you've impacted that community, the natural hair community?
Well, okay, there's two different parts of this, in my opinion. The first part is I feel like a lot of naturals are very comfortable in weave and their curly weave. That's why we try to show that our products work for curly weave too. So instead of it being like a natural hair company, it's curly hair. You know, so I want to make it like it's fine to wear weave. I don't, you know, I've never worn weave. I don't judge people that wear weave. I want a wig in every color. Trust me. I just when I get to that point, I have no problem getting a wig. Okay. So we want to show that wear your curly weave, put our products in your hair. This is going to be just as popping. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And so that's kind of how we, I don't know if we've impacted the natural hair community in that way, but that's our goal, to show them that it's okay to wear a weave. It's fine, but you can, if you want to take it off, your hair's still going to be popping with our products.
Okay.
And then on the other side, though, in a more meaningful way, I think, even though there's been a movement for very many years, it's still not a thing I feel that is totally accepted.
No,
to wear your hair natural. And I just get emotional even thinking about it, because I was having a conversation with my little sister yesterday.
Okay.
And she was telling me how I don't know if you've seen her on my Instagram, but her hair is just beautiful. I mean, it's curly. She wears a curly 99% of the time. She had it straightened for school. She wore it straightened maybe a week. She loves going back to her, curly hair.
Yeah.
So the day she came back to school with her hair curly, a teacher came up to her, an African-American woman, and said, "Bella, I liked your hair better yesterday when it was more tamed."
Tamed?
Sis used the word tamed.
See,
this was this past school year. This was this past school year. And so we're not out of the woods, so to speak.
No,
and
we're not.
You know what I mean? Like, to say that to a child, she was 12 at the time. Like, what does that do to her? She's telling me about this now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it still impacts people in a negative way. And so that's why I wanted to create Curl Daze to where it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like,
yeah,
my curls are popping. And what? Type of thing, type of attitude towards it.
And tamed. See, that's the thing about African Americans, us Black women. Our hair can do so many different things.
Yeah.
And for some of us, our hair just curls up. So, when I wash my daughter's hair, her hair curls up like yours.
Yeah.
If I constantly keep brushing it out, it's going to be straight. But I don't know how I would feel, to be honest, if my child was to come home and tell me that somebody told her that, "Oh, Harlem, your hair looks better when it was tamed," because right now, for me, I'm teaching Harlem, my daughter, that she's beautiful the way that she is with this big hair that she has, this big curly afro that she has. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely would have went up to the school and checked this teacher.
Right? And my sister is so nice. She's just telling me this. Like, she hasn't been in school in years, so it's like a year or later she's telling me this. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's still not over. So I feel like, even though people say your market's saturated or whatever that the case may be, people are still struggling. So there's still a need.
Still struggling.
Yeah, they're still struggling. So I'm here to provide that need and listen to what my people want. And y'all tell me what you want, I will provide it. Yeah. And I'll put my my little magic in it, and we'll be cool with our curly hair and move on with our lives and be great.
I'm glad you brought that up about the market being saturated. So we know that there are women out there that want to do different things, just with entrepreneur endeavors. Do you feel like people kind of told you or kind of threw in your face, like, "Oh, girl, the market is saturated"? Like, how did you deal with that? Were you told that?
It's so funny. No one told me that.
Okay.
No one told me that. Thank God. I try to keep positive people around me. Let's just start right there. I'm very, very particular about people in my circle. I just
talked about that yesterday. Energy is everything.
Listen, the energy, I can tell in the first 30 seconds whether you're my people or you're not my people. So there's no need to spend a ton of time with someone that's not your type of person and try to force them to like you or force yourself to like them. So we can just start there. So no one in my circle that I would have cared about or listened to has personally told me that. I've seen it online, people saying, it's saturated, but no one's told me that, thank goodness. But I don't think it would have deterred me because of what I said and how I feel about it. And, I have my own personal relationship with the people that I have gotten relationships with over the years, people that have supported me, watched my videos, commented, sent me emails, DMs. And I know what they want, and I know what they conveyed to me in private or in public if they see me out. And so it's my own personal mission. you know, whether it's saturated or not. And God, I feel, will bless me because he put the gift in me and he put the dream in me. Mm-hmm. And so if he wouldn't have put the dream in me, if he didn't want me to succeed, or if he's not, if someone told me that, I wouldn't have been deterred. And to anyone that wants to start something, don't be deterred. Like I said in the beginning of our lives, if it's your passion, go for it. Don't let people talk you out of it. Don't.
Absolutely. I wanted to just make sure that I brought that back up. That you said that, because there are so many different women out there that want to start businesses, let it be hair, shoes, clothes, you know, and they're constantly being told like, oh, don't do that because it's saturated, but something else you said, like, we know that a person, of course, likes products, but ultimately it's the person too that they like, you know, like, so it's like, okay, I like curldaze, but I like the owner as well. I like her story. I like the mission, you know, and so I think that a person should also be really mindful that, you know, what's for you is what's for you, and you shouldn't let anybody, you know, deter you, like you said, for what's already destined to be yours, and your passion is something that nobody can take away from you. So I think that is very important. So you know, Control is a fashion magazine. So I have to ask you, when you're on date nights, when you guys are going out, what do you like to wear? What's one of your favorite pieces in your closet?
Oh, you know, one I've been wearing, I know my husband is tired of seeing it at this point. He bought me this this Fendi throw. Like just a throw over your shoulders. And I've been wearing that thing out. Okay. So off the top of my head, that's the first thing, because it doesn't get that cold in LA, you know? And so just to have a little throw, just because, you know, something to go over your shoulders is what I've been wearing to death. Yeah.
So would you consider yourself to be like casual, like mom casual? Because, you know, now we're into like this, everybody wears like bomb sweatsuits or like cute legging sets and heels. Or are you more like a dress girl? Which one are you?
Oh, I am not a dress girl. I wish I was sometimes, but I am so not a dress girl. I'm in pants 99.9% of the time.
Yeah, girl, I ain't gonna lie, me too.
Okay, like unless it's a real function where I have to, you know, throw on a little cute number. I'm in pants, you know. But my husband buys me dresses, so I guess I need to get into dresses more because he likes dresses.
He's giving you a few hints, like, okay, I bought this dress. If she don't put this dress on, okay.
Right. It's so funny because when we first started dating, he would buy me clothes and they would all be extra small, and I'm like, extra small. Like, even if I could fit this, I don't want to wear this extra small. Like,
I feel like when men do that, in a sense, like they don't want to offend you by getting another kind of size. So it's better to start small, to be like, okay,
babe. Listen, you just saved him, because all these years I've been mad.
Yeah. He don't want to get nothing too big, because then you're gonna be like, oh, you think I'm this big?
Right. Okay, listen, that's probably what it was. We're gonna go with that for his sake.
You gotta start small. So you be like, oh yeah, my man, he knows. That's what it is.
Smart.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
And it's a mom question. So
love mom questions.
I know, right? So, you know, because I consider myself to be a mompreneur, and literally, you know, from day one, and everything that I've done in the entrepreneur world, my daughter has been literally on my hip. If you Google me and see any kind of news articles or anything, my daughter is on my hip. So, you know, what are some things that you want your son to know about his mom, and you know, how hard that you're working with your brand, and just in general, you know, when he looks back and says, that's my mom, what do you want him to have seen about you?
I want my son to look at me the same way I look at my mom and dad. And that's always been my goal. Because they were entrepreneurs. My dad, a serial entrepreneur he's from Jamaica. So, you know, Jamaicans, okay? They don't play. So I've always grown up around business.
Okay.
And I remember they had a school at one point, and was I in college? I think I was in college, like home for the summer. And my job that summer was to go in and unlock the school I had a key. I would go in, unlock the school, turn the lights on, make the coffee, sit at the front desk, make the certificates for the graduating classes, answer the phone. And I took so much pride in that. And knowing that this was our family business, it just filled my soul. And so I always knew that if and when I started my business, this is the same kind of feel that I would want, a family business, and just to grow something that he can be a part of and have pride in and say, this is ours, and know that my mom is a boss, my dad is a boss, you know, and empower him. That's how I want him to feel when he's older and he can reflect. I just want to empower him, just to have a sense of ownership. You know? So that's really what it is. I was influenced by my parents, and I'm just repeating what they did. And they always say, you have to do better than we did. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll try. So that's always been my mission. I try to live on purpose and with intention, and be the best me I can be, and don't panic if I fail, you know? And so I want to show him that it's okay to fail, but you have to keep up. Uh-oh, did I lose you? Okay. And don't feel defeated. So that's basically it.
Yeah, I think that's really, really important, because when you're watching social media, you're reading other people's stories. I always say social media, Instagram, whatnot, we get the opportunity to show you what we want you to see. So you may not necessarily see those moments where I was crying, or this didn't go right, or and so I think people think failure is ultimately a really bad thing, but I think failure gives you the opportunity to kind of step back and see what tools that you need to push forward in your endeavors. And so I think that that's very, very important. And then also what, like you said about your parents, this generation of parents is totally different. Like, my parents, they were more like, get up, go to work 9 to 5. And so that's what they're going to like push upon their children. Go to school. You got to get a good job, because when you turn this age, you're going to retire. You're not going to like, and so I think it's important for kids to see that anything is possible, and that they don't necessarily have to follow in your footsteps, but to realize that anything is possible, because look at your parents. So
that's right. And you said a very important thing, that they don't have to follow in your footsteps. You don't have to do what I'm doing. There's going to be no force of that. You just have to know that I'm getting it done, what I wanted to get done. So you can get done whatever you want to get done, whether it's taking on the business or not, but you can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want you to let everybody know how they can find you, follow you. I know some people probably want to know, do you do any type of mentorship, or, because that's always like a big question. So
really,
you know what? People always, you don't understand, like when you are an influencer, your job is to influence, right?
Right.
And that means that people, they trust you. They trust the products or whatever it is that you are, that you're letting us know. And so, people are always curious to know, like, well, how can I learn? Do you do mentorship? Or so if you have any of those type of things, just let the people know how they can follow you, what you got going on.
Well, first and foremost, curldaze is hiring.
There y'all go. See?
Girl, I can't even keep up. I'm like, I don't even sleep at night. So curldaze is hiring. So reach out at info@curldaze.com. Send your resume.
Y'all heard it. Okay.
Info@curldaze.com. Send your resume. We're looking for all different types of positions. Some more sooner than others. So not more sooner. Some sooner than others. But you can follow me personally at curldaze on Instagram and YouTube. And you can follow the hair care page, curldaze hair care, on Instagram. And we do a lot of giveaways, and we post our restocks there on that page first. And so please follow that page to get updated alerts for new products launching and restocks, giveaways, things of that nature. So that's where you can find us. We are currently in 7 beauty supply stores
Hey, tell us.
We're all in Southern California right now.
Okay.
People have been reaching out from other parts of the country, which is such a blessing. Thank you guys. So we're working on expanding to other parts. Hopefully, we'll be in big box stores one day. That's the goal. Don't listen, guys. You can request us, okay? At Target, at Walmart, at your favorite beauty supply store.
There you go.
Tell them you want our products there. So we don't have to do shipping. You don't have to wait.
There you go.
Yeah, like tell them you want us, and but that's where you can find us in those 7 stores or online at www.curldaze.com.
Sounds good.
Link is in the bio.
Okay, guys. So she said that they're hiring.
Yes.
And they're looking for all different type of positions. So make sure that when you guys are reaching out, you're doing it the right way. You're sending your resume and letting her know what type of value that you would bring to her company. I think that's very, very important. And then more importantly, you got the boss lady here, so you know what type of company you will be working for and who you're working for. Because we got some hair products out there that's supposed to be geared to us. And it ain't us, so
ain't us. And that was just a side note. That was a very rude awakening I had in my journey along these years, that a lot of this stuff isn't by us. I'm like, what? Like, so that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
Curl Day is for us, by us. Okay.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. We're going to catch back up again.
Please. I enjoyed this thoroughly. We have to do this again. I mean, we can do this weekly, sis.
I know, right?
I feel like we have a lot to talk about.
No, yeah, we do. I mean, I think, so I didn't really get the chance to really explain to you. So, Moms Unscripted was really created because, there are a lot of mothers out there that often feel alone if they want to get into their entrepreneur endeavors, or they're going through certain things. And so, my daughter, like I said, she'll be 3. And there was a time when I first had her that I kind of was feeling in a dark place just about this new chapter, in my life of being a mom. Mothers, we don't get no instructions when we leave the damn hospital, right? So, I wanted to create a platform that would give moms from different backgrounds the opportunity to really just have these real conversations, just to share your stories and, different insight and tools and tricks, or just whatever that could possibly help other mothers. And so that is the whole purpose of Moms Unscripted. And so I'm always excited to be able just to talk to different moms, because all of our stories are different. But when you get done having a conversation, you also realize that we can still help each other in some way, somehow, even if it's our sister had a scenario, or, just whatever. And so it's very important for me to be able to have these conversations with you ladies every week, because I'm sure that it's helping other mothers out there. So it's very important. So I'm very, very appreciative of you. And so I will be reaching back out to you.
I'm appreciative of you. Thank you for having me. This has been an honor. It's been such an honor. I'm so appreciative. Honestly, truly, from the heart. Thank you so very much.
No problem. You have a good night and you get better, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.